Welcome, people. Welcome to the Fluff. We are here because we have reached 575 subscribers. It's actually 577 right now, which I appreciate all y'all. Gengo is here in case you haven't seen him in the live stream. He's one of the new members of of the Dr. AfroFluff channel. Yeah. And we all do a little bit of a special thing today. Again, do not recall why it's in my subscriber special, but we are actually going to reread an SCP that has been changed, which is 1542. That used to be, and it's on my channel. It's on my channel actually right now. That used to be a corrosive human being, I believe, a humanoid being that was corrosive, but they had no like ill intentions. They just were very chill. But of course, you couldn't like touch him. You couldn't touch him, you couldn't high five, none of that. Like, that was what it used to be. And now we have, let me double check the name again. We have Uncle Nicolini, which very, very, very charming name, I gotta say. That name makes me feel comfortable. And I can see right here, Uncle Nicolini has written quite a lot. I believe we have a couple, read a couple of their works. It does also say a lot of rewrites here, which is very fascinating to me. Which I wonder if like how many of these rewrites have been rewritten after I read the original, or if the one I read was the rewrite. I don't know about that. I haven't checked into that just yet. But the most recent one we have from Uncle Nicolini was, I completely forgot that was all of theirs, is the I'm pretty sure that's correct, right? Let me double check. 2681. Yeah, which is also a rewrite, which is Animal Man. That is one that's the most recent one we read, which was the human being that whenever they are in distress, or if they're happy or feeling hungry, animals just out of nowhere come along and want to aid the human being as much as they can, even if they don't want to. So that was the last one, and I can see we're gonna have them quite a lot in the next couple of SCPs. I'm excited because Animal Man is already like really one of my favorites, definitely, because I of the more recent stuff, because of how like of how Snow White it is, but it's like but you don't want it, you know what I mean? Like Snow White's like, with Snow White's like this, like, oh, the animals, it's such a Disney, like Renaissance Disney-esque feeling of like the animals coming out of nowhere and help you out, but it's just not this one person who's like, I don't want it. It doesn't help that also the animals have some interesting tendencies. But yeah, now I'm excited to because this is, I'm not sure how many SCPs I get to. There was another one that was actually requested by a different author that I need to reread. That's the first one I ever did. So this is the second SCP that has changed during my lifetime of trying to get all of them read, and I'm excited to get through this. I'm not sure how many times I will do this though. Like how many times. Knowing me, I probably will do any of them that will be changed over the years, just because I am interested in how different it will be. But if an SCP has been changed before I get to it, then I probably will not read the old one. I will read the current one, something like that. I think. All right, without further ado, let's get to reading The Feral Cats of Site 34. Here we go. And I did look into it a little bit. I saw that it's a multi-file. There we go. And we don't need the chat right now. Where is it? I think it's here. There we go. We don't need that right now. There we go. All right. Of the class Euclid. Special containment procedures. Due to the unknown nature of SCP-1542 manifestations, no direct containment procedures have been devised. Research into SCP-1542 has been assigned to the Spectral Division. Description: SCP-1542 is the designation of a spectral phenomenon that manifests in the underground levels of Site-34. Subjects who witness SCP-1542 manifestations claim to have observed one or several feline entities in the distance, which flee when approached. And here we have an SCP-1542 instance, image captured in 1946. A very cute image. Let's get a closer look, shall we? That doesn't look very happy to be there. History. Following the construction of Site-34, several staff members submitted reports of feline entities roaming the site. Despite various sightings, no physical proof of their presence could be provided, and as such, they were assigned an SCP designation in 1947. 4 months after the initial SCP designation, a foul odor was reported in the boiler room of Site-34, initially believed to be the result of a burst pipe. Investigation revealed a corpse of an SCP-1542 instance in the corner of the room. Oh, no. The remains were handed over to the Spectral Division for investigation. Here we have Site-34 under construction, image taken 1941. All right. A necropsy was performed. A necropsy was performed on the corpse in an attempt to understand the anomalous nature of SCP-1542. Several partially digested pieces of food were found in the corpse's stomach, which matched the food served in the cafeteria at Site-34 during the days before its death, as well as one partially digested rodent. Furthermore, the body showed bite marks from scavenging rodents. Following these discoveries, SCP-1542 was assumed to be a phenomenon resulting in the manifestation of feline entities, and the investigation of the anomaly was reassigned to the Ectoentropic Division. Ectoentropic is a term used for anomalies that challenge thermodynamic entropy. Typically, this manifests as an anomaly that generates matter from nothing. And we're not done. As you can see, we have here to review the most recent SCP-1542 file. So, I have looked into that. As I said, I didn't read anything else. I just clicked on this once before. It does lead to a whole new page, which I think is pretty dope. I like that. Ooh. Object class Euclid. So we went from, I'm pretty sure it was safe before, right? Or was it Euclid as well? Yeah, no, it was Euclid. Both are Euclids. Gotcha. Special containment procedures. A trap, neuter, and release program has been approved for the most instances of SCP-1542. Please review SCP-1511 containment procedures for more information. Update for latest information. Description: update for latest information. Notice from the Ectoentropic Division. The following is a compiled list of what we know to be true about SCP-1542. All specimens of SCP-1542 are, by all indications, non-anomalous felines. From the few we have captured alive as part of the trap, neuter, and return program, we know that they are capable of reproducing. Although we initially suspected this was a case of ectoentropic manifestation of cats in the bowels of Site-34, we have reason to believe that it is a manifestation of SCP-511. See below for more information. History. Research into SCP-1542 continued with little progress except for the discovery of more corpses in various states of decomposition. Following the installation of site-wide security cameras in 1963, sightings of SCP-1542 increased exponentially. The SCP-1542 research team and site security cooperated to track and capture an instance of SCP-1542 using the new camera surveillance system. Once captured, the instance was administered anesthesia and fitted with a body camera and tracking device to facilitate the investigation. After being released, the SCP-1542 instance fled to the boiler room of Site-34 and was observed traveling through the ventilation ducts until returning to a large colony of similar instances. This discovery led to the speculation that SCP-1542 was a mislabeled SCP-511 manifestation, and anomaly containment procedures were updated to secure Site-34. Several staff members expressed concerns that the reaction to SCP-1542 was overblown, with some even citing conversations they had with other staff members in which the anomaly was considered harmless. This can be primarily attributed to the restrictions placed on staff during this time, including required vaccination and medical examination that were not typically required of staff at other sites. And here we have a picture that says an SCP-1542 instance in poor health, believed to be a manifestation of SCP-511. I'm not going to zoom in because I can imagine some people are a little bit squirmish with this, especially because it's a cat that's missing the eye. I will do this so I can look into it a bit more, just to like, yeah, oof. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so it looks like the left eye is still there, but it's definitely, it has some sort of infection. It's not looking good. Due to the, I'm wondering where Uncle Nicolini got this photo from. Because at the end, like, you could probably bump into a cat like that on the street. But like, yeah, that's oof. Due to the large number of anomalies contained on the site, limited factors in the employment of on-site personnel, the necessary quarantine of rooms that have borne witness to SB1542 sightings, and decreased workplace satisfaction, updates to containment procedures were considered detrimental to overall containment. Update 1973. In effort to discover and eliminate the suspected SCP-511 instance, demolition of the wall connecting the boiler room to the SCP-1542 colony was carried out in 1973. Several hours of demolition eventually led to the discovery of the main location of the SCP-1542 colony. Ooh, there's a ooh, that's not good. The ventilation ducts above boiler room 4B. Although some instances were accidentally neutralized during initial discovery, most surviving instances escaped into the site. It is unknown if SCP-1542 will persist after the destruction of its primary colony at Site-34. Well, read the most recent SCP-1542 update. Yes, please. Ooh, I'm liking this. I'm liking that it's like it's not like the usual log that like does like a compare contrast thing, where like you have like the blue text. I do like that it's like a whole new log. It's like they completely decide like, no, that it's almost reads like an additional page, right? Like you have one page, one document, and you're like, okay, I get it. But then like a new page shows up like, oh no, it has changed. And you're like, whoa. Explained anomalous vision notice. Although SCP-1542 manifestation continues to occur for years after this event, they were largely ignored and considered a benign Site-34 oddity. However, in 2005, it was discovered that the object was not anomalous. This file is attached for posterity and archival purposes, and now became an explained, an EX. Okay, cool. Object class explained. Special containment procedure, a trap new to the return program has been approved for most instances of SCP-1542 explained. Or do you say 1542 explained, or do you say 1542 EX? I guess EX. Personnel are encouraged to adopt recovered instances as personal pets, assuming they are friendly enough. Description: SCP-1542 EX is the collective designation of a population of approximately 100 feral cats living in the lower levels of Site-34. SCP-1542 EX instances possesses no discernible anomalous properties. And here an SCP-1542 EX instance image captured in 2020. Okay, it looks friendly enough. I can already hear mechanic like, can I befriend it? I'm like, yes, you can befriend it. I wonder if mechanic's gonna watch this video and see this part and be like, oh, he knew. Okay, so Annexo. In 2005, Detective Marr, otherwise known as SCP-ES, what the fuck is ES? 234. What is ES? I never had that before. Wait, hold on. Now I need to look. ES. So it's Spanish. But it looks like still like the same. I am a little bit confused, I will be honest. Do I read this? Or is this like something completely else? I have no idea. I'll let you guys decide. You can tell me, and if it's something I need to read, then I of course will immediately read it. After I won't make a subscriber special for it. I think I will just like upload it eventually. Like as soon as this video is out, you can tell me like, oh yeah, this is actually important to all this, or if the and also I assume ES means the Spanish division. What happens if I do this? Okay, it doesn't exist. Yeah, it makes sense. Let's see what happens if I do ES123. Because it does seem to like not change to Spanish at all. It's not a joke one either, right? Oh, is it international? Is that what it is? Because now we have okay, hold on. And then we go to Spanish. There we go. Okay, so these are international SCPs. Okay. The concept of this page. I never actually looked into this. The international branches of other branch of the SCP fund that has been translated into English. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Will I one day? I mean, I don't see why not. I don't see why I would not do this. I think eventually I will give this a read as well. But then that means that this one I will not read. I feel that's a whole different SCP that has nothing to do with this one. Now we know. Was selected to lead a communication mission with the existing SCP-1542-EX colony that had persisted at the site for over 70 years. Detective Marr was selected for being a feline entity capable of communicating with both cats and humans. Cool. Attached below is the result of the expedition in the boiler room colony of Site-34 that remained. Foundation personnel present: Detective Marr, Class E personnel / Level 2 clearance. Dr. Farron Carway, SCP-ES-234's handler. And here we have SCP-ES-234 prior to entering the boiler room, which is interesting because it's also during the it's also the same image for the Noir event. Looks like the boiler room and the Noir event are exactly the same. So here we go. Are you sure you want your hat and trench coat? It's going to be hot in there. Of course I am. That's part of who I am. If you say so, I do. Very well. Don't forget to turn on your camera. Now get moving. Don't worry. I will never forget. I'm like an elephant. You're a cat in a hat. Precisely. Now onward. Carway opens the door for Marr, who walks into the boiler room. Stay in contact. Marr enters the boiler room and walks for a few minutes. He sniffs around trying to locate the source of the cat smell. After walking a few more minutes, he finds a ventilation shaft warped by the heat of the boiler. Marr takes a look and activates his radio. I think I found the entrance to the colony. Well, what are you waiting for? Go in. I'm not sure if I'll fit. What? I've been drinking a little too much whiskey lately. Spending late nights at my office, if you catch my drift. I don't, and I don't want to know. Now just get in there, will you? Fine. Marr sucks in his gut and slides in through the grate. He then advances forward, takes a right and finally a left into a clear area with multiple SCP-1542 EX instances present. They all hiss at him as he approaches. Good afternoon. The name is Marr. Detective Marr. The sound of hissing and yowling overtakes Marr's voice. Oh. What's going on? I don't think these dames like the fact that I have human stink on me. From the look of things, it's possible they even have personal problems with you tall ones. Why? We feed them and have a vet clinic set up to take care of them. One moment. Pardon me, toots. Yes, you, the leggy dame with the spot on her back. I recognize a beautiful dame when I see one. And let me tell you, sugar, you're the tops. Meow. Tell me, darling, why do you hate the 2 feet so much? Oh, you can smell it, right? Why, yes, I do have. Care for a smoke? Marr, what's going on? Hush, doctor. Let me work my magic. Marr pulls out a catnip cigarette and a lighter. He lights it, takes a drag and exhales the smoke. He breathes a sigh of relief and offers it to the cat in front of him. Go ahead, toots. The cat opens her mouth and takes a drag on the cigarette, exhales the smoke after a short moment and purrs. Just like that, darling. Meow. Now that we shared the skag, will you tell me? Meow. 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 Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow. What you saying? Well, she told me a story that his ancestors passed down from generation to generation. One of the people who were taking care of them turned on them and knocked down the wall that kept them protected from the outside, and I killed a lot of their relatives. Since then, they have held hatred for the humans of the site. Do these cats have an old tradition? Sure, that is anomalous. I will contact the anomalous civil. Don't be stupid, Doctor. Do you really think humans are the only ones who tell stories? Well, I know some whales do it. I guess I didn't think cats would do it. Too. Okay, that's an explain. That's down for later down for me. Attaboy, Doctor. Now, you're thinking with that big brain of yours. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a dame to seduce. No, come back immediately. We don't want any more litters being born. Sorry, dear Garraway. I can't hear you over the furnace. I'll be back as soon as I can. Marl turns off his camera and radio. Son of a bitch. Well, he's a son of a cat, to be more precise, Doctor. End log. Now, cool. Okay. Knocked down the wall that kept them protected from the outside, and that killed a lot of the. And then they have held hatred of the humans of the site. Interesting. So it looks like, somebody was like, no. We can't have it like this anymore. Also, yeah, sorry. We have the EX instance in the dark. Probably the one he seduced. A little bit of seduction happening there, you know? He is getting some put. Okay, yeah. Now, that was fun. That was very. I think that's very fun little adventure, and I think at the end, I'm not sure if throughout my reading if there was much mention about Site 34. Not that I recall. There's so many sites to begin with, but other than that, no, you got my attention with, first of all, having a cat SCP is already like I know there's a lot, but I think it's interesting to just have like, yeah, for some reason they live inside the furnace, and not only that, but they also just non-stop multiply. And then having a cat detective, that was fun. I always love doing a little bit of the no, you don't understand, Doctor. I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna give them a scan, and they're gonna talk. They're gonna meow their way right into my heart, just as much as I talked my way into theirs. But yeah. But other than that, no, that's very, very simple SCP, I would say. Also, like, there's nothing you can misunderstand behind it. I wonder what the discussion page should say, especially from this page specifically. I see Uncle Nicoline. After fumbling the list page just like an idiot, I have finally triumphed. Bold post. Congratulations. I'm just seeing if yeah, it looks like a lot of people just love the fact that it's cats. Okay, that is just unfair. While I do like cats and animals, nothing about this seems interesting than ghost cats. It's a downvote for me. I'm like, how dare you? People watching this video, give this an upvote because it has ghost cats in it, okay? Do it! Do it! The Afro demands! And looks like, okay, the discussion pages for all the pages are the same. The Dr. AfroFluff demands that this lovely little cat log gets to have some more upvotes. Specifically because it is ghost cats, and because we have a detective cat, you know, walking in there being all smooth like, getting some information out of the ladies, out of the dames, as he says. Out the toots, you know? Come on now. Give it some love. I know some of my community will definitely give it some. Like, I hope, but after Thursday hits and the video comes out, I look at this, and it's like 200 upvotes, and I'm like, yes! We've done it! But also at the same time, actually, give it yourself a read and be honest with yourself. If you like it and you're like, yeah, this is fun, this is cute. There's like, you know, clearly some animal abuse happened in the past, and now the animals are like, we're haunting this place, and but we also just gonna stay right here. We ain't leaving. So yeah, no. If you like that, click that upvote button. Click the like button too. I'm just gonna say that because I want to see that like button actually glow. Because I'm not sure if that's gonna happen at all. I'm not gonna check it. Maybe you guys will see it. But other than that, that was a nice little read. Lovely little read. Good times. Uncle Nicolini, I will see you in one of the other SCPs that are upcoming from your giant list that you have. And the Afro is with you all and wishes you all a good morning, afternoon, evening, and a good night. Ciao.